What's happening? You already know who this is. This is your dude, GKA, the prodigal son from the fine organization of Group 5 Group Social Fellowship Incorporated on What's Happening TV. And I got these two young, beautiful young ladies right here going to introduce themselves. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Yanni.
I'm Crochet.
Okay, cool. So where y'all from?
I am from Ohio.
And I'm from Virginia.
Y'all just gotta make sure y'all speak up for me.
I got you.
Okay, I'm from Ohio.
I'm from Virginia.
Okay, cool. So what made y'all come to Houston?
We came to Houston to turn up for the new year. Countdown 2024.
Okay, cool. So my question is, why do y'all think people wait for approval to do what they want to do best for themselves?
You going deep.
I told y'all. So I'm gonna ask you again. So why do y'all feel like people wait for approval or trying to get approval for what's best for them?
I'm ready for my answer.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna answer first. I'm gonna say that people wait for approval because of the fear of judgment. I think that we as a society, as people, we want to so desperately be accepted by one another that we conform to other personalities and things that other people do just so we can be accepted, which is why I think that we do things that don't necessarily make us happy, but we do the things that's gonna get us accepted.
I got a comeback question.
I personally feel like a lot of us forced to try to get validation from our parents and our family as kids to the point where we get older because we still didn't get that validation as when we were younger. We get older and we try to get that validation from everybody by trying to get approval from them. Ooh. Because we feel like we need validation from someone because no one ever gave us validation to anything.
You better preach, bro.
Okay. Make sure y'all stay. Wait. Y'all both said something. Put the icing on the cake. So, man, y'all had it, but y'all threw me off a little bit, but I got you. But you said something about, man, it was both good and what y'all said. I was trying to make sure I listened to both of y'all. But why y'all feel like, why people can't give themselves that validation, that confirmation?
Most of the time, people can't give their self-validation because they don't know what self-love and self-care is. And if you don't know what those things are, how are you going to validate yourself when you're so busy trying to force someone else to validate you because you're so busy trying to force and get that love and that approval and that seeing from someone else instead of doing it from yourself?
Yes. To piggyback off my girl, I think that we as a society also lack a lot of self-esteem. Yep. We don't trust ourselves as people, which is why we go to outside sources for validation.
You ever heard the saying, take the advice that you give? How we can give out all the advice in the world, but we can't take our own advice? A lot of us lack that self-care and that self-intuition and that self-awareness to the point where we can see it and seek it through other people, but we can't see it and seek it through ourselves, and that's what we fuck up at.
Also, to answer your question on why people may fear seeking validation for themselves, is that they may have a fear of being wrong, and then if you seek validation from other people, you kind of got somebody to blame if things do go wrong. Especially
if you've grown your whole entire life growing up getting validation from someone else and getting approval from someone else, you don't even know how to give yourself approval and a validation. Well, that's the one thing that you need to learn, because it's okay to get advice and validation and approval from other people, but nobody else's opinion matters but yours at the end of the day, because it's your life and can't nobody control your life but you. So instead of trying to get validation from everybody else, look in the mirror and give yourself that validation.
I know what I was gonna say. I know the question. You answered that question, but the question you said is accepting. People want to get accepted. Do you think people truly accept themselves or they don't?
I don't. No.
Absolutely not.
No. I think that's why we conform to things to get us accepted, because we ourselves judge ourselves.
And that's why self-love and self-care should be taken way more serious, because we live off a world where everybody wants to be approved and everybody wants to be seen by the outside world. And half the time the outside world that we're trying to be seen by, they doing just as bad as us, but they just making it look good.
Literally. That's so crazy. I was telling her the other day, when you show up as your authentic self, it gives people the permission to show up as themselves also. Yes, ma'am.
You gotta think about it. If you don't know how to love yourself, give yourself validation, see yourself, be aware of yourself, trust your intuition, how the hell can you expect somebody to trust in you?
Okay. You know what I'm gonna counterattack real quick. I'm gonna counterattack.
Devil's advocate.
Let's say you do know that self-love and love, the definition of love. But what I notice, I'm gonna throw myself out there. What I notice about myself, I will give everybody else that love instead of giving myself that love.
I mean, because we are raised to love others before we're taught to love ourselves.
Then you probably grew up into a being where you had to be the caregiver. You had to take care of your family, or you had to take care of the people around you to the point where you grew up your life taking care of others. You don't even know how to take care of yourself. And sometimes we go so deep into making sure everybody else is happy around us, we forget to make ourselves happy. And when it comes to making ourselves happy, we forget how to do it.
I think that's
You ain't gonna throw me
why.
out there like that.
No, look, I think that's why
you ain't gonna throw me
self-love
out
is
like
such an
that.
important practice, because we are raised to love others before we're taught to love
Yep.
ourselves. Everything that we do is to please others before it is to please ourselves. That's why you have to make it a practice to show up for yourself.
Yep.